Hey guys, so it's time for another little episode of Shelby's Soft Girl Era, Shelby's Healing Journey Era video of the week, if you will, my little series I'm doing on this. And I really am growing to love filming these videos for you guys because it just gives me a chance to kind of put into words, I guess, and put out there and summarize kind of what I work on during the week as far as my healing journey goes, and as far as embracing my femininity, and as far as letting go of that masculine energy that I've been stuck in for so long, and just kind of healing and becoming the best version of myself that I can be. And I really enjoy making these videos for you guys. And today I feel like the topic that I really wanted to talk about was embracing the skin that we're in and loving the body that we were given, and wherever you are in that journey, maybe you would like to improve on however you look physically, but regardless of the things that you would be happier if you did make a change to, you still embrace and love the current form that whatever you are in at the present moment. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today, because I feel like there is something to be said for wanting to make a change for yourself, because either it's maybe just not the healthiest way that you're living, or maybe you just are a little self-conscious about a physical feature or something that you have with you. If you embrace whatever you are currently and learn to love that, I feel like that really is just like, that's when you know that you're truly content and truly like love yourself, is when you can love all aspects of yourself, even if they're not the most perfect parts of yourself, you still love them. And so for me, I don't think it's any secret online that I have a lot of insecurities circling my weight and my size. And I look in the mirror and I look at myself and I think, wow, like, Shelby, you're very pretty. Like, you're a very pretty girl. You have very pretty blue eyes. You have great curly hair that people pay a lot of money to get their hair to look like this. Like, your physical features on your face are they're pretty. They're not bad looking. And as far as my body goes, I know that I have curves, I know that I'm built in a way that, let's just put it like, baby got back, like, and a lot of people like that, but at the same time, there's parts of me that I am very insecure about. And the main part of that is my lower stomach, and some of my inner thighs and my lower stomach. It's probably the part of me that I'm most insecure about, right? And I'm learning now, recently, the past couple months, is just from talking to people that a lot of these things that I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh wow, this part of me is ugly, this part of me is not attractive, whatever. A lot of people don't even really notice that they don't, when they look at the whole picture of who I am, they don't focus in on those parts of me. They notice the good, they don't notice the bad. And it made me kind of start to question myself, to the fact of well, why do I focus in on that? Why do I focus in on the parts of me that I don't necessarily love the most? And why don't I focus in on the parts of me that I do love the most? Why, when I look in the mirror, do I want to focus more on this lower stomach that I'm not proud of, or this belly, this extra weight here? Why do I want to zone in on that, but not show appreciation, or not embrace more the things that I do love? And to be quite honest, nobody on this planet has a perfect body. Every single person, when they look at themselves in the mirror, there's something on them that they're just this isn't what society says I should look like in this way. a perfect example, and this is like, even because when you think of this person, you think, oh wow, they're like super beautiful, they're perfect. Megan Fox is like perfect body. She's a super smoking body, right? Put a lot of work into that body. Her face is gorgeous, but then like her thumb is like kind of like like shaped kind of weird, right? And like, I'm sure that when she looks in the mirror, maybe not currently in her life, but, or maybe, everybody has insecure days and moments, so maybe she'll look and be like, golly, like this hand or whatever, or like anybody, like you look and you there's something on you that you don't love, but why do we focus in on those things? Why do we zoom in and like laser focus on those instead of looking at the overall picture of how beautiful and how perfect we actually are? Because the truth of the matter is that every body is supposed to look different, unless you're a twin. But every body is supposed to look different in their own beautiful way, and we're not all supposed to have the same body type. We're not all supposed to look the exact same way. So we should embrace and take pride in what makes us different. And our differences are what makes us beautiful in a lot of ways. And so basically, I've been working on like embracing the version of me that I am now. I don't want to stay this size forever. I do want to lose weight. But I feel like embracing and loving myself, no matter the skin I'm in, no matter if I'm this size, if I'm back to over 300 pounds, if I've lost even 100 more pounds from this, I wouldn't want to look at myself and not love myself. I need to be able to look at myself and love myself and embrace myself in whatever skin that I'm in, at whatever part of whatever journey I'm in. And that's something that I'm working on right now. And the way that I'm finding it easiest to do this, affirmations are a big one. Telling myself positive affirmations about, my body and loving my body. And the truth is, like, your body supports you. It helps you move around the world. It helps you function. It helps you live. Like, this thing, like, your body is keeping you going. And so loving that and appreciating that and taking care of it is really important. And so the way that I'm kind of like really doing that is I'm choosing to, first of all, like I said, say the affirmations, and also really, like, instead of like focusing on the things about myself that I don't necessarily think are the most attractive, I'm focusing on the things that I do think are attractive. And that's kind of reframing my negative thought patterns into more positive ones to helping me see myself in a better light. And it's not something that is like I would say that I'm acing. I'm not acing it. I'll be honest with you. Like, I think that I'm probably a solid B, maybe a C+ B student with this. Because it's challenging, it's difficult. But you know what, it also is kind of like, it's kind of weird to say it like this too, but it does, I can't lie, it does kind of help. Knowing, like, first off, before I say this, your validation and how you feel about your body or your self-worth should never be dependent on what somebody else thinks about it. But I have to also say that having recently been with a couple different dates with guys or whatever, and they've just said that they like actually think that like the part of my body that I think is like what I really need to work on and not like the most attractive part of me, they've said that that's the most attractive part of me. They love that. And or like even like my pale skin, like sometimes I'll get self-conscious I'm so pale, and like there are some people out there that really just think that that's part of what makes me so attractive. And you shouldn't base your worth or like how you feel or your self-love based off what somebody else thinks. but it never hurts to receive compliments, and to receive compliments based on the things that you're insecure about, because when you do, it just, I don't know, it does help. It does help. It's thoughtful. It does help. So that's kind of what I've mainly been working on, you know, with my whole journey and stuff. I'm still embracing the feminine side of me. The hard part about embracing my feminine energy comes when I'm at work, because I work with 95% men. And so I feel like when I'm in that environment, there's just so much testosterone, so much masculine energy everywhere, that I kind of feel, I guess, instinctively, it kind of makes me want to go into my masculine energy to fit in, to stand my ground, right? Because the last thing you want is, because men are different than females, they think differently than females, right? And you know, like, they joke around a lot, you know, they tease, they do all these things, whatever. And when you're really in your feminine energy, sometimes that kind of stuff can be off-putting, or can be offensive, or you can get in your feelings about stuff a little bit easier, because when you're embracing your feminine energy, you feel a lot more, you know, you're not just about, you know, it's not as logical, it's more about the feeling and the emotion, you know. And so I feel like it is a lot easier for me to jump into my masculine energy and to kind of, for lack of a better word, just become one of the bros when I'm in that environment. But I'm really trying to work on, while I don't want to be overly emotional because it's my place of business, I do, you know, need to, it still can't just use the excuse that I'm at work to not work on embracing that softer side of myself. Because I feel like, you know, as a woman, like, that softer, more intuitive, more like nurturing side of us is kind of the side that really wants to be prevalent. It wants to show, it wants to thrive. And when we embrace that side of us, we thrive, we become like the queen, you know, like, we become the queens that we're meant to be. I feel like it's very easy to say, like, a queen is someone who's like a boss bitch, like, she's in charge, like, she's independent boss bitch queen, but maybe she can be those things, but maybe the queen really is the one that receives. She just lets things come to her. She attracts, she doesn't chase. She is intuitive, she is nurturing, she's, you know, confident, she's sensual, she's all of these things, and she's not a bro. And so I feel like, you know, I'm embracing that side of me and trying to work on embracing that at work. And if I'm being quite honest, there's a change in the behavior of the male colleagues that I work with. When that energy changes, and when there's that difference, it's like all of a sudden, you know, I can't even really describe it. It's not like they're drawn to me in the fact that they're like all like hitting on me or anything. That's not what I'm saying. It's like that there's like it's kind of like these things kind of fall into their place, right? Like they want to help you. They want to, like, you know, help the woman. If I'm carrying something heavy, they'll grab it from me, you know, if whatever. It's because I'm embracing this energy of just femininity, right? And like, men at the end of the day, they want to provide and care for women. And so I feel like it just, like, it's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain, but I'm fully trying to embrace it, but it is the hardest at work. So that's kind of a little bit where I'm struggling with that. And yeah, I will be honest with you guys. My health journey, like my working out, has not been going the smoothest the past couple weeks. I'm being gentle with myself and forgiving myself. I'm not shaming myself, as we talked about last week. I'm not shaming myself for that, because where I'm maybe not getting as much done in that area of my life, I have been very proud of what I've been putting into YouTube, and also proud of, you know, how hard I've been working at my job. So it's kind of like, balance and give and take, and it'll be about finding a way to incorporate that and balance that again, while getting everything done that I want to get done for YouTube and all aspects of my life. So it's kind of like I'm back to that. I'm trying to fully get back into swing, but I'm being gentle with myself in the process because I know it's not easy. And a lot of what I was doing before was that hustle 24/7 grind mentality, and I am trying to slow down. I am trying to make time to just feel, make time to just be alone with my thoughts, move a little bit slower, you know, not try to race and run all the time and get like bam, 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 everything done. I'm trying to just kind of like go with the flow. And in doing that, you know, sometimes there's certain things that are going to have to be on the back burner, certain things are on the forefront. And I'm learning to just know that I can truly say that I'm doing the best that I can and that I'm happy with that. And there's maybe when I get back into working out more, I might not have 7 videos in a week. Maybe I'll have 4, who knows? But I'm really gonna be lenient with myself and forgiving with myself and just know that I'm doing the best that I can, which is like, I think that all anybody can do, right? You can't be so hard on yourself. You can't, you know, just shame yourself for not being perfect, because we're not perfect. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now. And it is, I will say, like, the giving up the shame and like the not guilt tripping yourself and stuff, that has been immensely helpful, and it has been so freeing, and it has helped me find a lot of peace. And I think that aspect is one that I like. I'm happy I started. You know, it would have been more beneficial to me, I think, if I would have started this a lot earlier in my life. But we're here, we are now. I'm not going to shame myself for not starting sooner, because, you know, you go through the things in your life as you're supposed to, right? And to be quite honest, for a long time, literally for like almost 10 years, I was in survival mode. Because first I was a young adult trying to figure it out. And then I was in this horrible relationship with this guy that was just taking from me and then hurting me and taking from me. And I lost everything in that, you know, and then I'm just struggle bus trying to figure it out still in survival mode. And then my mom gets diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and that is just insane, because now it's like that caused this whole blow up with my family. And then, you know, I'm in just survival mode because now I'm alone and I don't have anybody to help me out with it. I mean, I'm in a relationship still at this point, but the guy like sucks. And so I've been in survival mode for so long. Then now I'm finally feeling like I'm able to break free of just trying to survive and trying to cope. You know, now I'm in this place where I can actually heal. I don't have to fight anymore. I can just be. And it's a huge weight off of my back. It feels weird. It feels selfish in a way sometimes. But it also is very comforting and nice. But the realization that you don't have to be in survival mode anymore, and that you're okay and you're safe, that is a hard thing to accept too. And so sometimes I go back to that mindset, and it's not necessarily the most healthy thing. But anyway, I'm trying not to get emotional in these videos because they're supposed to be like a little bit more uplifting than that, but I guess this is just like part of my journey, so I'm just kind of sharing things with you. I don't know, the structure of these videos isn't like the most organized or whatever, but they really are just kind of like stream of consciousness, talking about to you guys about what I'm working on in my journey, and just it's kind of like a diary, just cataloging it. So if this video helps you in any way, if you can relate with anything that I'm talking about, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you haven't caught my other videos in this little series that I'm doing, then make sure you check those out. And aside from that, you guys, if you liked today's video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all my future videos when they do post. Remember that all Shelby bells ring the bell. And yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, YouTube should be suggesting a couple more down here for you to choose from. I'd love it if you did that, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.